Hey everyone, it's Richard Metalfan here, bringing you guys a brand new 2020 album review. And today we're going to be talking about the new album from the band Fit for a King entitled The Path, which was released today through Solid State Records. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Fit for a King, they're a metalcore band based out of Tyler, Texas, and these guys have been around since 2007. I discovered Fit for a King probably about 3 years ago or so. I saw somebody posted something about it, and I went and checked it out. A song of theirs, I really dug it, and I went and listened to more of their stuff, and I was really digging what I heard, and I really liked all their albums. And these guys have been through so many lineup changes. Like they had didn't even Ryan Kirby wasn't even their original vocalist, if you don't know. But their only original member that's been with them since the beginning is of course drummer Jared Easterling, and he also used to do clean vocals up till after Brown Slave to Nothing, but then he stopped doing it. But yeah, and these guys have been putting out albums since their debut full-length album, which came out in 2011, called Descendants, which I thought was a pretty solid album. And then 2013, they've put out Creation Destruction, which I think is probably my favorite Fit for a King album. It has the song Hollow King, if I'm not, I think that's how it is. I don't know. It just sounded catchy. Hey, but then I think they got a different bass player who also does clean vocals. They had Aaron Kadura, who did on the first two albums, and then they got Ryan Tuckaleri since 2014, Slave to Nothing, and they had a pretty solid lineup from there. And then that was around there, but also with 2016's Death Grip, which was right around the time when I first got into the band. Well, it was after a year after that. It was where vocalist Ryan Kirby decided to do clean vocals as well. Oh, and I think he really does a really great job with the clean vocals. Between him and Tuck's cleans are really just great. And then their last album, which is 2018's Dark Skies, what I thought was a really good album. And it sort of had like a different little direction. They started incorporating guitar solos and stuff, of which I think have heard on previous albums. But yeah, and it was also the last album to had Bobby Lynch on guitars, because then live now they have Daniel Gailey, and this is actually the first album with the band. He also plays in Phineas, and his introduction to the band is really great. Right, he especially incorporates more heavier stuff and more melody and leads playing and stuff, and he's a damn good guitarist. So really great solid stuff. And I know Bobby also plays guitar on this as well. So yeah, and of course I saw their live little virtual release show that they did last week on Ryan's Twitch channel, and they're really great. I really wish Bob would just join them and become a 5-piece, because just having two guitars just sounds more fuller and heavier live. But I mean, I've seen them live 4 times, and they're pretty much good as a 4-piece. But yeah, but now we have album number 6, The Path. Does this live up or exceed what Dark Skies has? In my honest opinion, I think it definitely has. I feel like with every album that Fit for a King has done, they've just gotten better and better. And let's just talk about the vocals. Ryan Kirby's vocals just sound really great. Just when he does his scream vocals and just harsh vocals, it just sounds a lot just heavier, and just his growls have just got more powerful and just more crisp and clear. And his clean vocals have really shine well. He has great vocal range. And I don't know, ever since he started doing the clean vocals, I think he should have done this earlier, or than Death Grip, but or even Slave. I think he did a little bit on Slave to Nothing, but I just wish he would have done it more. But his cleans really shine well. Same thing with Tuck's cleans. Tuck's cleans between him and Ryan's are just sound really great, and I love how they, especially if they harmonize or just go back to back, just sound really great. The guitar work is really tight. Like I said, I think this album has a lot more of more leads and more soloing, which is fucking great. Between Bobby and Daniel's guitar playing is just really great. The bass was pretty audible. You could definitely hear it well in the mix. And drumming wise, Jared Easterling's drumming just sounds really great. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into this album track by track, because I've rambled on for a little while now. But let's move on to the opening track, which is The Face of Hate, which starts off with a very kind of creepy intro, which leads into some drums and the guitars. Then Ryan just belts out a sick scream with a little guitar lead, and this song just sets a really great pace, and it has some really brutal streams. And musically, there's some parts that remind me of Killswitch Engage or As I Lay Dying, sort of that old school metalcore, and it sounds fucking great. Great way way to start off this album. And then we lead into Breaking the Mirror, which is the first single that was released from this album, and I'm really loving the harsh vocals and the clean vocals. And the song also has a great guitar solo. And overall, I think it's a great song, and it's a great first taste of the new Fit for a King, and I don't know what else to say. Hey, it's just, I really love, just like Ryan's vocals just sound really great. Probably, in my opinion, my favorite song from the album, or not, if not one of my favorites. Anyway, next song on the album is called Annihilation. Now, this is a very fast-paced song that would just go well for, like, if you get like a circle pit going. Guitars are heavy. And just musically, there's some parts in the song that kind of remind me a lot of like Crushed by Parkway Drive or In Deep by Heaven Shall Burn. And ironically, this song title, just from start to finish, just annihilated me. Yeah. Then we move on to the title track of the album called The Path. Now, this is pretty much where it slows things down a little bit with a chugging beat. Now, this is a very mid-paced song and very groove-oriented. And it also has a sick guitar solo in there as well. Another good song. Then we move on to Prophet. Now, this pretty much starts quieter with sort of like creepy like vocals, or just like I don't know, just very atmospheric vocals from Tuck, and just some very warm guitars, but then it switches back into like intense and brutality pretty quick. And throughout the song, it pretty much switches and a bunch of times from just being just warm sounding to just pure brutal. And the breakdown in here is more metalcore in here, but it's just so fucking good. Then we move on to the next song on the album, which is called Locked in My Head. Now, the riffs in this song are just so tasty, and I really love how Curbs and Tuck go back and forth with the vocals and the verses. And also, this music video was actually filmed at the Masquerade in Atlanta, where they also did their live little stream that they did where they premiered their little stream show last week on the Curbs channel, and I missed that venue. But anyway, Locked in My Head, another great song. God of Fire. Now, this song, I feel like, shows kind of like the experimental side of Fit for a King while still being heavy as fuck. It has some electronic sounds in there, and this song also features a guest appearance from Ryo Kinoshita from Japanese metalcore band Crystal Lake, and I think his like guest role in the song just sounds great. Between him and Ryan's vocals just sound really great. Anyway, next song on the album is called Stockholm. Now, this is pretty much the fastest and shortest song on here, and this, I'm pretty sure, will get pits going in a live setting. It's just fast, brutal, just makes you want to punch people in the face. Great song. Moving on to Louder Voice. Now, this is pretty much another kind of like metalcore sounding song. This song pretty much has pretty much everything that this album has. Heavy parts, melodic and uplifting, and the chorus just gets you goosebumps every time you hear it, and has one of the best guitar solos on this whole album. And then the album closes with Vendetta. And this song is just heavy as fuck. Just pretty much everything with a bang, and just so great. Now, overall, The Path by Fit for a King is a great album. Pretty much the best they've sounded in a while, though. But not to say that all their other albums are shit or that. But I think they pretty much have found their sound, and I think this is really loving this direction that they've gone with. So yeah, if I were to give this album a score, I'm going to give The Path by Fit for a King probably a solid 9.5 out of 10. So yep, that's my review of the new Fit for a King, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the album, and I'll see you all in the next video. And as always, keep it metal.